All right, welcome to halftime here. I have Winston Painter. Winston, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me, Dale.
Yeah, good to see you. So Winston is Team USPA, and tell us a little bit about the Team USPA and what's going on and where you've done with your traveling with it.
This year, the Team USPA program's been working a lot to fund youth polo in terms of the aspect of exposure, in terms of not only getting the kids to play good polo, but getting the kids to play good polo that's seen. Right. And I think that's something I'm very grateful that they've prioritized that, because I think it's really important in terms of facilitating the futures of these young American players, is getting them exposure. So,
right.
Yeah.
No, I like that. Let me get a little closer. Getting you to be seen, which is big, of course, with the network. That works out a lot. Tell me a little bit about what's going on with Argentina with it.
Yeah, for Argentina, Team USPA sent me down there to stay with Lucas Criado. I lived there in Centauros and practiced and played and moved with his operation there. I got to play the horses that him and Luquita share. I spent a lot of time in the barn, and Lucas is an impeccable horseman and player, so it was amazing. I mean, the practices there every day were 18-plus goals. You know, players who were playing the Open that year were playing practices there, so it was incredible.
Right. Yeah, it's very cool. I actually had an opportunity to play with Lucas back in the day when he was 7 goals, and I understand also he was very helpful with me when I was playing. So tell me, 16-0 goals, right? Tell me a little bit more where you play in the summer.
In the summer, I was at Santa Barbara. I was with the Escobar family there. I lived with them, and Luis helped me a lot there. I had a few opportunities to sub in the 16 and then in the 8 in Santa Barbara, and Luis had sent me down to Piocho, and I got to practice and play a few tournaments and learn a lot from Memo down there. So that was really incredible to learn from him. Yeah.
So you got a lot of exposure right there. That's a lot of good hands right there. Be a player. Tell me one, because I was in the school of Memo too. Tell me one of the main things that Memo taught you that you'll take with you.
Hit the ball. Hit the ball.
Pegale.
Hit the ball. Pegale. Exactly. Yeah. That was one of the biggest things Memo taught me, I think. I mean, just because he plays such a classic style of polo and he makes it work. I mean, so that's one of the big things I learned, watching and playing with him.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool. Okay, so I know you have your own setup here on Global Polo, right? Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah. They made profiles for all the kids on globalpolo.com. Just gives a little background about, all the new Team USPA members. So I'd love to go check that out.
Very cool. So check out the profiles, which always get you up close and personal. And, you got the winter season going on.
Yes, sir.
Tell me, you got anything brewing or what's happening?
Yes, sir. I'm here right now with Gabrielle Crespo and Kylie Sheehan down at Flying Cow. And Gabby's been kind enough. He's been providing me with horses, and I've had a lot of opportunities coming up for this season.
All right, cool. And maybe some opportunities for the 22 goal, or is anybody knocking on the door? You don't have to get in if they're not, but it's...
Yeah, hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Very good.
Yeah,
so maybe we'll get to see you there. So there you go, Winston Painter. Thank you for joining us today, and we'll keep an eye out to you, and make sure you check out his profile on globalpolo.com. And thank you, man. Nice to join you.
Thank you so much for having me, Dale.
You're very welcome, man. Nice having young polo stars like yourself joining us here, and to get exposure for you guys is a lot big. So I'm glad you mentioned that and showcased that today, especially for Team USPA.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dale.
Congratulations. Toby, let's go back to you on this one. This is going to be a tight one here, back and forth, and we've seen a lot of different plays happen in that third chucker there that kind of changed the game. If you notice, we did have the play down there where it looked like they were going to go ahead and hit a penalty shot, and then they had a yellow card that went to center, and then Gonzalito turned around and scored. So that was a 2-goal difference there on that play. And then it went back and forth. So I think you're going to see a lot of adjustments here in the tent, in the locker room, as I call it. So we'll see who comes out here.